On the news tonight, President Buhari to exploit digital tech for economic transformation. Governor Oyetola set to hold farewell to Hajj pilgrims. Pope Francis postpones trip to DR Congo, South Sudan. Good evening and welcome to the major reports. I am Olubumi Ajiboye Agbuola. The emergence of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu as the All Progressives Congress presidential candidate in the next year's general election has been described as a good omen for Nigeria, especially as the northern governors jointly embraced shifting power to the south. Special advisor on education to Governor Adegboyega Oyetola of Osun State, Mr. Jamiu Olawumi, dropped the hint shortly after featuring on OSBC Current Affairs program Saturday Morning Trades. According to him, Asiwaju Tinubu's long-year rapport with all ethno-religious sects in the country shows him as the detribalized man fit to wear the shoes of presidency after Muhammadu Buhari.
But I know Asiwaju is a bridge builder. There are few people that have related with Asiwaju that I know that will resist invitation to support his potential ambition. Now we have Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has his tentacles across the country in a manner that will say everyone has confidence in his capacity and capabilities. Even Chief Awolowo had predicted that the time will come when people in opposing camps will come together to fix Nigeria. And that's what has happened. People across Nigeria, if you have 13 governors in a country, considering that the power should shift to the south, it means those predictions are coming to truth. So what we have now is a seeming national consciousness that grows beyond sentiments of tribe, sentiments of religion, and sentiments of sex or gender. But I know that this is a presidential candidate that will muster all he has and will galvanize all supports and will be supported by Nigerians who want good for this country to become the next president.
Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has been thumbed up for reviving June 12 as the National Day in the history of Nigeria and for recognizing the widely accepted winner of the 1993 election, late Chief Moshood Kashimawo Abiola. An activist, Comrade Wahid Lawal, made the statement while speaking to OSBC News after featuring on OSBC TV Current Affairs program Saturday Morning Trades. Comrade Lawal described the current political trend as a failure as people do not vote again by conscience like what was obtainable in 1993, but for monetary gain, which is detrimental to the nascent of democracy.
With the level of the current heavy monetization of our politics, it may be difficult to have another June 12. Because, the election we held on June 12 is an option A for an open ballot system that you come out and queue behind your... Nobody induced voters there. But what we're having now, since it is a secret voting system, they call people out and induce. So we witnessed the primary of some of these political parties recently, and we see how heavily the primary was monetized. So, except we have a new law that regulates the system, having another June 12 may be a mirage.
In the meantime, President Muhammadu Buhari has inaugurated the Presidential Council on Digital Economy and E-Governance, promising that his administration will continue to take advantage of digital technologies to transform every sector of the economy. While inaugurating the council in Abuja, the president directed the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Issa Pantami, to chair the council on his behalf and give regular updates. He tasked the members to work towards strengthening the capacity of governments to develop, adopt, and deploy digital technologies to make government more efficient and transparent, thereby improving Nigeria's global standing in the Ease of Doing Business Index. President Buhari noted that the council, whose members were picked after a painstaking and thorough process, would provide the oversight needed to bring about a veritable structure for accelerating achievements in digital economy and in the implementation of e-government in the country. The federal government has threatened to withdraw licenses of universities, polytechnics, colleges of education, and other tertiary institutions operating below standards prescribed by law. Minister of Education Adamu handed the threats in Abuja when he met with a delegation from the Senior Staff Union in Colleges of Education, Nigeria, over lingering and disturbing issues affecting the colleges of education sector. This came as the Senior Staff Union in Colleges of Education, Nigeria, called on the government to ensure the immediate release of the 15 billion naira revitalization fund approved for colleges arising from the need assessment exercise. Responding to the president of Sukoin, Danladi Michiziliza, who led the delegation on the poor state of some state-owned colleges across the country, the minister vowed to withdraw licenses of the tertiary institutions that were substandard and found to have deviated from the mandate for which licenses were issued to them. The Sukoin president had accused the federal government of segregating against colleges of education, while noting that the government had commenced renegotiation of agreements reached with the Academic Staff Union of Universities and Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics, leaving out colleges of education. Believers have been admonished to adhere to the words of God in order for their vision and mission to be accomplished. President Springs of Hope Christian Ministries, based in California, USA, Reverend Lawrence Lasisi stated this at the grand finale of the Festival of Hope Ede 2022 Open Air Revival. Our reporter, Oluwatobiloba Odunuga, has more.
With songs of praise and thanksgiving, hundreds of thousands of people in Ede and its environs trooped out en masse at the grand finale of the Festival of Hope Ede 2020 Open Revival to give thanks to their Creator, for He has answered their prayer request. In his sermon, the President Springs of Hope Christian Ministries, based in California, USA, Reverend Lawrence Lasisi enjoined all believers to believe in the power of Jesus, adding that with the power of Christ, chains are broken, bondage are set loose. Reverend Lasisi noted that there is hope in Christ, urging all not to relent and not to be discouraged in their services to God and humanity. He stated further that no matter the situation of the country or whatever individuals might be passing through, hope and calling on God will open doors of blessings and will surely bring solutions to whatever problem they might be facing.
God is a God of vision. God has created everybody for a purpose. So if you want to fulfill your purpose, you must be connected to God. When you read the Bible, you know that everybody is valuable. Everybody is created to be great. But you must come back to God. He's the originator of your life. And when you come to Him, He will help you to fulfill your vision.
The grand finale of the Revival of Hope climaxed with songs ministration by popular gospel artist Mama Bola Are, including Toyin Abiye, Edemas Choir, and Sindiko Choir, among others, proclaiming the love of Christ for all who are ready to receive Him and reign with Him till the end, affirming that Jesus is the living hope and there is no condition above His jurisdiction. Oluwatobiloba Odunuga reporting for OSBC News.
Osun State government will tomorrow hold a farewell ceremony for intended pilgrims from the state for the 2022 Holy Pilgrimage to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This was disclosed by the state's Amir Hajj Sheikh Maruf Ishola, who doubles as the Naibu Imam of Oshobo land. He explained that during the farewell ceremony, the state Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board will hold a special prayer and seminar for the prospective pilgrims to further equip them with necessary information in respect of their trip to the Holy Land. The farewell ceremony will hold at the state government secretariat Central Mosque in the morning. Sheikh Ishola asked all the prospective pilgrims from the state to attend the program as a matter of duty, just as he urged them to wear the designated attire to the venue for easy identification. He also enjoined the intended pilgrims to continue to cooperate with the management of the State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board and follow whatever information given to them to ensure their safety before, during, and after the Hajj exercise. While on the entertainment scene, popular rapper Foz, skit maker Macaroni, singer YJ, and a host of other entertainers thrilled youths at the second edition of the Youth Vote Count Mega concert today at the Tafawa Balewa Square in Lagos. Oluwatobiloba Odunuga is ready for entertainment gist.
Good evening and welcome to Entertainment News segment, where we discuss top happenings and recent events across the entertainment world. I am Oluwatobiloba Odunuga.
I can know as it be for real life, for real life. In a mind condo, loving up your body in fast and slow mo. If I hit you, it's my combo. Can you never ever let me go?
The Times Next Generation Leaders list recognizes young people from across fields around the globe who are working to build a better world. Time describes CK as one of the most successful African recording artists ever on a global scale. Speaking on his most successful song, Love Wanting, CK said, if an artist makes something from his soul, people can tell regardless of how fast or slow it is, or whether or not it fits trends. Love Wanting garnered over 2 billion views across all music platforms and 500 million more on YouTube. The song has also charted in 6 continents, hitting #1 in India, Norway, and Switzerland. The singer is expected to release his debut album later this year.
It's a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb.
Lamborghini. Now can you come of it? Where's the lamb? Where's the lamb? Please get me something to drink with it.
Daddy, I feel like your wheel.
Meanwhile, Nigerian skit maker Mayam Akpaokaji, popularly known as Taoma, has revealed that her mother inspired some of her skits. Taoma noted that she got ideas from her skits whenever she was around her mom. She also added that she does get ideas from daily activities that happens around her. Taoma further revealed that it would be difficult for her to act out a skit on stage because she had to play out up to 7 or 8 characters. Taoma also revealed that she didn't know what she would have done if she had not delved into comedy. She maintained that her childhood ambitions was to become a doctor.
Jesus!
Which party?
Because you don't tell my shoe.
Which one be tell your shoe? When don't be 20 live exercise book? I just open now.
I say make you sew something way open small. You go open the old shoe.
Auntie, we cannot sew this one. If it's so, I go come out. Hey, see this, auntie. Something where say accident like this, the foundation has spoiled. So that's why we are not. I go put gun for the foundation.
In the meantime, Nollywood actress and show host Nancy Sime has said that the trauma she had as a child made her grow up to become a people's pleaser. The Blood Sister star noted that she had gotten to a point in her life when she no longer forced herself on anybody. She further revealed that self-love helped her to become people's pleasure.
They call me. You got me coming. Why should I be coming early in the morning? Oh yeah, shake it, make it spend my money. Call me Mr. Bean, I go make you home.
Yes, this is the Convenience Sport to draw the curtain of entertainment news segment for today. Don't forget to join us next time for another sweet edition. I am Oluwatobiloba Odunuga saying bye for now.
You are welcome to our sports segment. Chelsea have confirmed the release of Christensen when his contract expires later this month. This and other sports stories are packaged by Omotayo Adibodun. His report.
To postpone his apostolic journey to the democracy.
Qualifier against Sao Tome and Principe. Trust Ekong suffered a muscle injury in the Super Eagles 2-1 win against the Lone Stars of Sierra Leone. The Watford centre-back picked up the injury while intercepting a pass from Sierra Leone winger Camille Conte in the 80th minute. It was later replaced by Kenneth Omero, who also took the captain's armband from him. Trust Ekong is learned to have travelled back to London to have a further test on the injury. Omero will be expected to be the former Udinese star direct replacement against Sao Tome and Principe. The Super Eagles will fly out from Abuja to Morocco today on a special flight and will return to the country on Tuesday. In the meantime, Chelsea have confirmed the release of Andres Christensen when his contract expires later this month. The Denmark defender, who is 26 years, is set to sign for Barcelona, leaving Stamford Bridge after 10 years. Christensen follows Antonio Rudiger out of the exit after the German defender moved to Real Madrid was confirmed. The Blues have also announced the release of midfielder Daniel Drinkwater, Charlie Musunda, and defender J. Clark Salter. Christensen joined Chelsea from Danish side Brøndby as a 16-year-old in 2012, making 161 appearances and winning the FA Cup, Europa League, UEFA Super Cup, FIFA Club World Cup, and the Champions League with the club. Drinkwater signed for Chelsea in 2017 after winning the Premier League with Leicester City, but made just 23 appearances for the club, with his most recent competitive match coming in the 2018 Community Shield. Meanwhile, Manchester United have contacted Barcelona over the availability of Frankie de Jong. The Netherlands midfielder played for the new United manager Erik ten Hag at Ajax and is regarded as the ideal fit for the intended system at Old Trafford. There has been no official bid made yet, and United sources are adamant they will not overpay for the 25-year-old. De Jong reached the Champions League semi-finals with Ajax in 2019 before joining Barcelona on a 5-year contract. The central midfielder has been marked as the most important area for strengthening at Old Trafford this summer. It is not yet known how keen De Jong is to make the move, given United failed to qualify for next season's Champions League. Omotayo Adibodun, OSBC News.
While on the foreign scene, the Vatican says Pope Francis has postponed his upcoming trip to the Democratic Republic of Congo and South Sudan due to an ongoing knee problem which requires surgeries in a couple of days. These and more stories from around the world will be brought to you by Deborah Adewi.
Matthew Brunin, in a statement, explained with regret that the Holy Father has been forced to postpone his apostolic journey to the Democratic Republic of Congo and to South Sudan due to the request of his doctor in order not to jeopardize the result of the therapy that he is undergoing for his knee, and no new date has been set. It was gathered that Pope Francis, age 85, has been suffering from pain in his right knee in recent weeks and has sometimes been seen struggling to walk as he relies on a wheelchair at public events. Meanwhile, the Pope himself has also spoken of an injured ligament in his knee, saying he would receive an intervention with which practical sources and enforced injection anti-inflammatory into his joints. In another development, United States Defense Secretary Neil Austin has reiterated that the U.S. will stand by its allies and partners in the Asia-Pacific as he accused China of provocating and destabilizing military activities around Taiwan and an increasing coercive and aggressive approach to its wide-ranging maritime claims in the Asia-Pacific. In an address to the Chagrali dialogue in Singapore. Austin stressed that the U.S. was committed to the rules-based international order and will work in partnership to maintain peace and stability in the region. He said that the U.S. policy over Thailand, a self-ruled island that Beijing claims as its own, remained the same. Austin comments came a day after he had his first face-to-face talks with his Chinese counterpart, Wade Felch, in which Wade respected China's willing to go to war to prevent Thailand from becoming independent. In his determination to push forward his maritime claims, he stressed that the U.S. would maintain its active presence across the Asia-Pacific. Deborah Adewoye for OSBC News.
And that ends the major report on OSBC TV. It was edited by Kayode Adebayo. I am Olubumi Ajiboye Agbola. Thanking you for watching and good night.